Hi friends, we're going to start our day in the name of God the Father, who made the world, in the name of his Son Jesus, who died on the cross for us, and in the name of the Holy Spirit, who gives us faith. Now friends, I know you're looking at me and you're wondering, why does she have that bandana on her head? Well, I was wondering if anybody remembered my very first video that I made for you. We talked about a man named Jonah, who is a man in the Bible who got eaten by a big fish. He was swallowed up and lived in his tummy for a while until it spit him back out on shore. And I also, in one of my first videos, read you a pirate book. Oh, that's what I did in one of my very first videos. And I looked at those videos and I was wearing this. So I thought it would be kind of neat, since this is going to be my last video that I'm going to make for you. I thought it would be neat if I wear the pirate bandana again, like I did in my very first video, so that you could see that we are ending our videos just like Mrs. Mecker started our videos. Now, when Mrs. Mecker started these videos, I was really nervous and I was really kind of scared because I'm not used to making videos. I have never made one of myself before, and it made me really nervous. But I knew it was really important to make them so that you guys could see them and to see me, because we couldn't be in the classroom. So that's why I'm kind of glad that I did keep making them, even though they made me nervous. And as I was making them, I felt a lot better. The more and more I made the videos for you, the more I felt comfortable and not as nervous and not as scared to make them, because I knew it was important to make them so that you guys could see me and see some books and still have some preschool fun, even though we aren't able to be in our classroom. Now, this is how I started our videos. I was sitting right here. I was wearing this bandana, and we read a pirate book after we learned the story about Jonah, who was swallowed by the big fish. And one of the reasons why I was sitting here is because of our story, Jonah. I wanted to show you Blue, and you can see him. Did you see him swimming behind me? Yeah, he's still in his tank and he's still alive and he's still swimming around as happy as he can be. And I will keep him all summer long, and I'll take good care of him and I'll feed him. And when it's time for school to start again, I'll bring him back to my classroom, and he'll be in the classroom again. So I wanted to show you one more time that Blue is here. Here he's on the bottom here floating around, but you'll see him swimming around behind me as I make this last video for you. Okay? So we started our day in the name of God the Father, and we are going to do a Bible story. It's a short one, and guess what? This one is about fish too, just like the story of Jonah. When I did the story of Jonah at my very first video, it was a story about a fish that was in the Bible. Well, I've got another story in the Bible about fish that we're going to talk about right now. Now, if you remember, recently we talked about that when Jesus died on the cross, he stayed on the earth for 40 days before he went up into heaven. And while he was on the earth for those 40 days, he showed himself to the disciples some couple of times during that time he was here on earth before he went up into heaven. And this story is a story about one of those times that he showed himself to the disciples. And it is a fish story. It's called A Net full of fish. You see this boat? There's some people on this boat, and these are the disciples, and they've got this net, and they're putting it in the water, and they're trying to catch some fish. So let's read about this story that's in the Bible about the disciples fishing. Peter went fishing with some of the disciples. They fished from their boat all night, but they didn't even catch one fish. Not one fish. Early the next morning, someone from the shore shouted, You have not caught any fish, have you?" "No," they replied. "Cast your net to the right side of the boat," the man said. See, here's the man. They see him. They're in the boat, and they see him on the shore right here. And that's all they can tell of him. They're like, he's yelling to them and talking to them. And he told them, "Put your net on the right side of the boat." As soon as they did, their net was full of fish. Then Peter knew the man was Jesus. He jumped out of the boat and swam to the shore. Jesus asked him, "Do you love me?" And Peter said, "Oh, you know I do." And Jesus said, "If you love me, then take good care of my people." See, so that was just another lesson that Jesus was trying to teach his disciples before he went up to heaven. He was just trying to tell them that he wants them to take care of people, just like he wants us to take care of the people too. Now, one thing I wanted to show you is that in the story, there was something like this. See? The disciples went out at night and they're on their boat. Now, this is a little different, but does anybody know what this is? This is a fishing net. And this is a fishing net when people put their poles and they cast them out into the water. And when they catch a fish, when the fish gets closer, they take this and they scoop it in the water and they scoop up the fish. This is a fishing net. It's a little different than the disciples' fishing net. But that's the part of the story I want to go over with you again. They had this fishing net, and they kept on putting it in the water and coming up. And what, was there any fish in there? Nope. They kept putting it back in the water and showing it. Oh, is there any fish in there yet? Nope. All night long they did this. They put the net in the water, back up again, no fish. And finally, they saw a man. And they didn't know who the man was at the time. And the man said, "Hey, if you put your net on the right side of the boat," and this is my right side, is over here. He said, "Dip it again and see what happens." And the disciples were like, "Well, okay, we got nothing to lose. We haven't caught any fish all night long. Let's see if this guy knows what he's talking about." So they dipped that net into the water. And this time, when they lifted up the net, look, they captured a bunch of fish in their net. See all the fish in my net? And the disciples were so amazed. And that's when Peter knew it was Jesus on the shore. And he was so excited, he jumped out of the boat and he swam all the way back to the shore to see Jesus. And that's when Jesus asked him if he loved him. And Peter said, "Of course I love you, Jesus." And Jesus said, "If you love me, then I want you to take care of other people." Wasn't that a good story, friends? That was a nice fishy story, wasn't it? Yeah, look at all the fish I've got in my net now. Just like in the story, the disciples finally caught all those fish too, right? Yeah, that's kind of neat. Okay, friends, we are going to read the book of the day now. And it is a pirate book. Yep, here it is. It's in my pouch, the book of the day. It's going to be the last book of the day we're going to read this school year. Are you ready? Let's see what it is. Do you think it's a pirate one? You think? Why else would I be wearing this? And I said I wanted to end these videos just like I started them. And I started them with a fishy story in the Bible, and we just had a fishy story in the Bible. And we also started our videos talking about, yep, that's right, pirates. And I wore this bandana that day that I videotaped us reading a pirate book. And guess what? I found another pirate book. It's called Shiver Me Letters. It's a pirate ABC book. And what do the pirates say? They say, "Arr!" That's what they say. And let's read about the pirates' ABCs. Look at, I see some letters on this page. Don't you see them? I see them. Shiver me letters. Boy, lots of pictures before we start the words. And there's the pirate boat. It's out to sea, just like the disciples' boat when it was out to sea, except these are pirates. "Arr!" roared the captain. "We need other letters to help make us tough. Let's sail far away to find A, B, C. Bring me back D, E, F, and G." They're on the lookout for some letters. Let's see. "Arr!" cried the crew. "Arr! We agree. Let's look for an A, a B, and a C." Oh, they're excited. They want to find letters. They set up their sails and followed the wind. Spying an island, they toothlessly grinned. "Land ho!" yelled the pirates as they rowed to the water. "Capture those letters. Let's make it our quest." There they go. Splash! The anchor went into an A. There's the anchor. And there's the A. If you can see it right down here. There's letters hidden in this book. A B floated by on the crystal clear bay. Here's a B. Baylor, you'd recognize that B. It begins your name, doesn't it? Sure. In the sand sat a cannonball carved with a C. They dug for doubloons. Sorry, I didn't know what that word was. Doubloons, and scooped up a D. E escaped down from one pirate's pierced ear. His mate raised a flag and found F. Give a cheer. There's the F. Show ya. In a chest glistened G, all shiny and gold. H hung from the hook on a pirate of old. There's the G. Remember, Grayson's name is the only name that starts with a G in our class, isn't it? Oh, so many letters. 10 paces north stood a huge ivory eye. From out of the jungle, J jumped into the sky. There's that J jumping up in the sky. A K on a key slid under a shell. Far from the water hid a landlubber L. There's an L up here where my finger is. A mysterious map with an M soon appeared. There's an M, there it is. While one nimble N popped right out of a beard. Let me show you. They soon spotted O rolling into the ocean. See? That looks like an O, doesn't it? A parrot squawked, "Pee! What a commotion!" There's the P right up there. Lots of hunting going on in this story, isn't there, friends? The gang questioned Q as it quacked in its nest. There's a Q right there. "Arr!" cried the crew, "when do we rest?" "Aye," moaned the captain, "you slothful old bunch, find the next letter or go without lunch." "Keep finding the letters," Captain said. They saw S in the shape of a swashbuckling sword, then found T on a turtle as they hauled him aboard. The crew dove underwater, caught U in a net. Look, that net looked like the one I showed you that I had. And there's the U in its net. They viewed V, veiled in velvet, all soaking wet. There it is. There's the V. A wave washed up W, sunburned and hot. Pirates explored to find X, marks the spot. There's the W and there's the X. Oh, he sees a Y. "Look, I spy a Y," yelled a shipmate. "Let's go. We've captured our letters. Yo, ho, ho, ho." They went to the captain expecting a thanks. They showed him the letters. He showed him the planks. There's the plank. Uh-oh. What are they going to do? "Arr!" roared the captain. "Y'all walk these for me. Be off with ye, mates. Go rob me a Z." Oh, they need to get a Z yet. The last letter of the alphabet. "Arr!" cried the crew. "Our work is not done. We'll search and we'll plunder to find the last one." So off they go. They're going to find Z, the last letter. And that very night, as they snored in their beds, zillions of Z's zoomed over their heads. There's all the Z's. When they fell asleep, they went, there's the Z's. Boy, that was a pirate hunt. Oh, there's the captain. Look, he's going, "Arr, arr, run for your lives, all you alphabet letters." See? And there's the Shiver Me letters of Pirates ABCs. Now with that, we're going to do our ABCs one more time. Are you ready? Let me show you. Remember these? Yeah. Remember how I showed him up and we sang the ABC song and I had to flip them as fast as I could? Well, we're going to do that again today for one last time, okay? Here's the A. And I'm going to put it up as high as I can. And we'll sing the song. And I'm going to flip them as we go. Are you ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Okay, friends, that's it for today, and that's it because summer has started. We are done with our videos, and we are done with the school stuff that I'm going to send, but I want you to promise me something. Over the summer, I want you to keep practicing writing your names. Just keep practicing every now and then. Get out some paper, look for some letters, copy some letters and write your names. It'll be so much fun if you just keep on practicing this whole summer before we start next year's school year, okay? Now we're gonna have to say goodbye, but don't worry, Mrs. Mecker will see some of you again, and I want you to say goodbye to Blue. There he is. Don't worry, I'm going to take good care of our fish so that, remember our fishy faces? When we made our fishy faces and I took your pictures and I put them on your cubbies. Well, here he is. He's got his fishy face and he's saying goodbye, friends. And I'm saying goodbye too. Mrs. Mecker will miss you, and I think about you all the time, and I will be praying for you, and I want you to have a very, very fun and safe summer, and I will too. Okay, friends? You take care, and remember, I love you.